Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. India Today released the mood of the nation. Okay, they released the mood of the nation. They did some research with sea voters and they released mood of the nation, and I am going to talk to you about the mood of the nation because by the looks of it, I think the nation this time is not really thinking BJP like it has been told. Let's get right into the show. Now, I'm only going to talk one topic with you, and I'm going to take only one slide with you because it is not fair to talk about their other slides. It's behind the paywall, so I respect that. I'm not going to talk about those numbers. You have to pay to India Today website and then go and get the other research report. But I'm going to talk about one particular study, one particular data analysis with you, and that is the projected seat in Lok Sabha for 2024. This seat is as per January 2022, which means what do people think today who is going to finally be the next government in India in 2024. ठीक है ना? This is what it is. Now, according to projected seat share, January 2022, India Today and Sea Voters says that BJP is going to get 271. Congress going to get 62. TMC going to get 35. AAP 4 and others 171. Okay. This is how the seat bifurcation is done. A lot of experts say, oh, again BJP is going to come. BJP is still the most popular party in India. I beg to differ. You see, all my life as an advertising professional, I have been studying data and I have been studying consumer insights. This is what I have been doing all my life. At times, data may show you something but tell you something else. And that's something that you have to derive. Now, for the first time, I think this data is telling us something else. It is showing us something else. This data says that 271 seats in 2024 will go to Bharatiya Janata Party. It says that, which means that 271 seats will go to Narendra Modi's leadership. ठीक है ना? Because Bharatiya Janata Party clear leader Narendra Modi. ठीक है? Okay. This also says that 62 seats will go to Congress. Congress, as of now, Rahul Gandhi, but the leadership is still, not really clear in Congress. So we will assume that 62 seats will go to Rahul Gandhi and Congress, assuming that Rahul Gandhi is the leader, but that is not clear. So 62 seats there. 35 seats will go to Mamata Banerjee. TMC, very clear leadership. ठीक है ना? 4 seats going to Arvind Kejriwal, clear leadership, AAP. 171 seats, almost half is going to your local leaders. Akhilesh Yadav, Pinarayi Vijayan, Stalin, Naveen Patnaik. You are voting your local leaders. You are putting your vote, you are casting your vote to your regional parties. You are not casting your vote to Bharatiya Janata Party, to the party which is actually a national party. You are not casting your vote to a national party. Now, almost 272 seats are voting against Modi. Because they are not voting for that one national party. They are willing to vote for their local party but not the national party. Because, mind you, there is no alternative. It is not Modi versus Rahul Gandhi. It is not Modi versus Mamata Banerjee yet. It is not Modi versus Arvind Kejriwal. It is not Modi versus anybody. It is Modi currently versus nobody, but yet 272 seats say that nahi bhi chalega. If there is no leader, it is okay, but we will not vote for Modi, which means 272 seats in this country, half of this country are willing to vote for anybody but Modi. Look at it that way. That's one. Logic till now? Okay. Let me go to the next step. Let us go to the 271 seats of Bharatiya Janata Party. 50% mark. 50%. Right there in the center. Now, what is this 271 seats waiting for? A fairly decent percentage of this 271 is waiting for an alternative. If a good alternative emerges between 22, 23, 24, the chances are a lot of these people from 272 may shift to that alternative. Think about it. That is why I said sometimes the number shows something else and the numbers say something else. What I see from this particular figure is that as on today, the Tina factor is what is getting Bharatiya Janata Party 271 votes. It is not popularity. Let us not mistaken it for popularity. Let us not mistaken it for as a referendum to what Modi and Modi Sarkar or Modi government has done or Modi's government's efficiency. This figure is because there is no alternative, and the surprising part and the interesting part is 272 people, 272 seats are still saying that even if there is no alternative, I would still like to go with whatever alternative I have, but I do not want to go and vote for Bharatiya Janata Party. This is something that Bharatiya Janata Party should consider seriously. This is something that even the opposition, whoever is planning for the opposition, the united opposition or whatever opposition, they should understand that end of the day, this is your big story. This is your big analysis. This is your big data analysis. This is what the data is saying. If you can create an alternative, if you can create a leadership, if you can create a group of people that may form a leadership. Leadership need not be one person. Alternative need not be just one person. Alternative could be a group of people. A group of people coming together could be an alternative for an individual. So alternative could be in various forms and size and numbers. So if an alternative is created, the chances are this 271 is going to go down and Bharatiya Janata Party may lose grounds. That's what this figure tells me. Let's get into the next topic. So, okay, before I get into my next topic, let me also tell you that, like I told you before, India Today has done, with Sea Voters, have done a series of study. They have spoken about a lot. They have spoken about regional parties. They have spoken about regional seats that UPA, NDA and others would get. For the first time, normally I don't criticize research. For the first time, I found this research a little lopsided. I found this research not very convincing. Therefore, I am not trying to say that they fibbed or whatever. That is not for me to say. But I do not agree to this research. I believe that, a lot of things are not kind of convincing. So that's where it stands. So let's keep the research aside. Now let's go into, since we are talking about research and opinion polls and all of that, let's go into opinion polls. You see, opinion polls are good because, it adds to the celebration of the democracy, celebration of elections. It makes a lot of people, aware as to who is going to win, who is doing well, who is doing bad, who is not doing well, so on and so forth. But technically speaking, once the election is announced, once the nominations are filed, then having opinion poll misguides the voters. Because a lot of voters even today wouldn't want to waste their votes and would rather cast their votes to the winning party. A lot of people still want to do that. In a lot of areas in India, people are scared to vote for a party that is losing because they are worried about the aftermath. This is real. So, how fair is it for opinion polls after the nomination papers are filed, after the dates are announced? I think it should not happen. I think opinion polls should be before the dates are announced, and once the dates are announced, then it is between the leaders and the people, the political party and the people, the political party to convince the people to get convinced and then cast their votes. Opinion poll acts like an external force that may influence the people. So I believe that opinion poll should be stopped the day that the elections are announced. And if opinion polls continuously start coming, not necessarily even relating to the place where the election is, even if you are talking about opinion poll about India, for instance, if you talk about 2024 opinion poll and you say one particular party is going to sweep the country, then the chances are that particular party in that regional zone will get advantage, will get a better advantage. It is definitely going to influence a percentage of people who may want to vote for that particular party because they believe that the party is finally going to come back. And secondly, things like, the leader of that party is doing exceedingly well, the leader of that party, people are favoring him, the leader of the party is his policies are fabulous, he is one of the best leaders and all. If you are going to propagate that, what is going to happen? It is going to have an influencing factor on the region. Even if it is not particularly talking about the political, the leaders of that particular region. Because finally, if you see today, regional politics are based on national figures. A lot of regional elections are based on Mr. Narendra Modi when it comes to Bharatiya Janata Party. Some of the regional elections are based on Mr. Rahul Gandhi when it comes to Congress Party. Most of the elections are based on Mr. Arvind Kejriwal when it comes to AAP, and most of the elections are based on Mamata Banerjee when it comes to Trinamool Congress. So, if you are going to say that in this country, Trinamool Congress, Mamata Banerjee is the best Prime Minister, don't you think it is going to have effect in Gujarat, in Goa? Don't you think it is going to have effect in the regions where she is contesting or her party members are contesting? Now you can say, Mamata Banerjee contesting Goa? No, she is not. But you praise Mamata Banerjee, don't you think it is going to have ramifications? Don't you think it is going to have an advantage for Mamata Banerjee? So the fact remains that I think these tactical research that comes right before the election, I think those are not fair. It is not fair. I think if you really want to play fair elections, then these polls can come after the elections, or these polls can come much before the elections, but not after the dates are announced. So this is what I had to say. Log on to our channel. Please log on to our website. Please subscribe to us. Please pick a package that you can afford. Please be a member, and till I see you next time. Namaskar.